We're live. 4, 3, 2. Which is a little weird.
Kind of impossible.
A little impossible. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes.
To Two Bitches Reviewing Doctor Who. I'm going to preface this by saying that I have been sick with the flu. So I sound a little weird. I feel like maybe it's just me though.
No, I think it's just you.
Oh. And there may be weird little cuts where we have to get rid of my cough.
Just a quick little pause.
That's okay.
And we're gonna zoom right through it.
Yeah. We're just ignore
that.
Just ignore that. Well, today, we're talking about season 2, episodes 8 and 9, which is a two-parter, one of my favorites. And who's joining us today?
My boyfriend. We have Kelsey's boyfriend, Brady, aka our editor.
Slash, you're not really a producer, are you?
I don't know what I do anymore.
Yeah.
Editor, producer, special guest.
Special guest.
Hi.
Main job, Kelsey's boyfriend.
Yeah, let's put a little asterisk there.
So, this is one of the first ones that you and I didn't watch together. Usually, Bree and I watch the episodes together, but this time, schedules.
Yeah, schedules.
Yeah.
But, wow.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we did watch this together.
I know, because to me, it's such an important two-part episode.
Yeah. There's big things, big lore things, in my opinion.
Yeah. Anyway, should we just get
Let's get right into it. What's it called? What's going on?
All right. So episode 8 was The Impossible Planet, and it was written by Matt Jones, directed by James Strong. We haven't really heard these names, I think.
No, this is new.
So, the Doctor and Rose arrive on a base on a planet which is impossibly orbiting a black hole. The crew of the base are there on an expedition to drill to the middle of the planet. A race of aliens known as the Ood serve them. A quake strikes the planet, causing several sections of the base, including the one where the TARDIS was, to fall into the planet. As the drill nears the planet's center, the Ood begin foretelling the awakening of a beast, which possesses archaeologist Toby Zed, and later, the Ood. The drilling finishes, and the Doctor offers to go with Ida Scott to the depths of the planet, where they discover a disc with unreadable markings found on the base and the possessed Toby's face. The Doctor believes the disc to be a door, and as it begins to open, the possessed Toby tells Rose that the planet has begun to fall into the black hole, and the voice of the beast announces that he is free. And this premiered June 3rd, 2006.
Yeah. No, this is a good one.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite two-parters. I just feel like Rose and the Doctor, this is one of like their most intense positions that they've ever been in.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think I would even say more intense than the finale of season 1.
Yeah.
Because right away, when they get to this base, there's writing on the wall that the TARDIS cannot translate, which if you know Doctor Who, that is like unheard of.
Yeah.
The TARDIS can translate any language from any time.
So that means this language, wherever, came before the TARDIS, before everything,
like way too far back.
Yeah.
And that should scare the Doctor
Shit out of you.
and everyone else.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm waiting for your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
We didn't do our intro. Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I have seen Doctor Who a billion gajillion times.
I'm Bree. I've never seen Doctor Who, basically, and so first time going through it.
And Brady?
I've seen it once.
Or twice.
Or twice. Yeah, twice I think I did. But I don't think I've seen Whittaker yet.
Right.
That's it.
But you have seen Nishudi.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so Brady, what did you think of the writing on the wall?
Super interesting. Like, what a great hook into this episode.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously the TARDIS can translate anything, which means that this predates the TARDIS or time, because they're Time Lords, and hasn't been used. So, like, the TARDIS wouldn't know about it. So, really interesting. And then the Ood break in and start
So,
surrounding the Doctor.
fun fact.
Oh?
Fun fact with Kelcie. The original idea for this was actually not to have the Ood, which this is our first introduction to the Ood on the whole of Doctor Who history.
Oh.
But originally it was supposed to be the Slovene in this episode. And they were being servants. They have now become servants, and they learned about the beast below.
Yeah.
And they wanted to free the beast, thinking that it would save them. So
Why didn't they go that way?
I don't remember why they.
I remember thinking like the Ood were kind of like the whole two-parter. I was like, okay, why do we need to have them in here at all?
Yeah, I think that they just wanted like something that was brand new. That I will say the Ood come back multiple times.
Oh, good.
They're actually one of my favorites.
No good. I was messing with them.
Their storylines are really deep.
Ooh.
I mean, I really think that they have some of the most intriguing, like very close to, I think, human history, if you want to say, because they're like slaves.
Yeah.
But like, that's what they want to be.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even want money. They just want to be our slaves. And Rose, of course, she's like, y'all have slaves?
Yeah. As you should. Thank you.
But yeah, so I think they just wanted a alien that was like brand new, that was like, okay, this is literally what they are.
Yeah.
They are servants and seem to be not very intelligent, maybe.
I thought they were going to be connected to whatever...
To the like beast.
Yeah, because they were like, we don't know what's down there, the energy and the way the planet is, and da-da-da. I was like, oh. Like right now they just seem like, oh, they're just servants, whatever, da-da-da. But I thought they were going to have some connection to that. So I was like, oh, they're kind of pointless. But like, love them. But love them.
But I think that connection for the Ood and their telepathic field is such a cool way for Satan to start spreading his message.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
I love the Ood. It's one of my favorite characters. Yeah. Like one of my favorite races in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also they decided to name them the Ood because of the play on the word odd. And which they made
odd.
Yeah. And they made that joke in the episode.
Yeah.
But that is how they got the name, was a play on the word odd.
I like that.
Also, you would know this, but they seem like the Parshmen from The Way of Kings.
I literally thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, super similar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even in Mistborn, sorry, this is not even a thing. Even in Mistborn, the... Ska. They like, right? Because like we just first chapter, I was like, oh my god, they're a Parshmen. Basically.
Except the Ska are like actually people.
But they're actually people. Yeah. But I was like, oh my god.
They're not in dull form or anything.
No.
Yeah. They're just straight up slaves.
Yeah.
They are the Ood.
But they're the Ood. That's crazy. Anyways.
So anyway.
Anywho, did we mention they first get off, we see the Ood, we go to the people, da-da-da, and then like, oh, sections or whatever, 19 through whatever, those are down, we lost him. And then they were like, our TARDIS was in that section.
TARDIS was in there.
And then they lost their TARDIS.
Yeah. Yeah. So the TARDIS fell down, and we're also like super close to a black hole right now.
Yeah.
Which is pulling literally everything else
Except
but the planet.
Yeah.
Which is a little weird.
Kind of impossible.
A little impossible. And yeah. What did you think of that? When you learned about the black hole, pulling everything in except the planet?
No, I love that. That was very interesting.
Did you have any theories?
No, because that's literally impossible.
Yeah.
So I was like, how could it not? So it was a long for the ride.
Okay.
And the crew was super confused. They're like, there's
People
here?
Yeah. How did yeah.
But then that earthquake happens, and they're like, okay, whatever, just come with us.
Yeah.
And they start running through. They fucking leave the Ood behind because...
Yeah. They're Parshmen.
Slave race. Yeah. Then they get back with everybody there, and they realize that everything collapsed, and then they start explaining to the doctor the gravitational field or funnel that's keeping the planet where it is, and they also rode that funnel in to land on the planet and build their base.
Yeah. Question real quick. These were like people from Earth, right? Like they were actually humans who did that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
And then the doctor started doing some calculations. And he's like, this is emitting like 6 to the power of 6 every 6 seconds. That amount of energy or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, that took us like weeks to figure out. He's like, yeah, I'm good at this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I still didn't get the energy. Like, not even I don't need to understand it scientifically. But just, so the planet was just, had a lot of gravity? So it just kept it there? Like, I don't actually get, like, how they were actually not moving, you know?
I didn't really understand it either. I think it's just that, like, there's so much energy creating this gravitational field that's, like, resisting the black hole.
Okay.
But also made it safe for the ship to go in.
Emanating that.
Yeah, it's above my head.
Yeah.
It's because they wanted 666, guys.
No, literally?
That's literally, I think, the only reason.
Number.
Yeah.
You're like, no, let me explain it.
Let me explain. Let me clear it up. As the Doctor Who expert. Yeah, it's because it's Satan.
Yeah.
And then Toby starts hearing voices around him.
Yeah.
Which, I can't remember what they were saying. He thinks it was Danny trying to prank him or something.
You guys are going way ahead of me.
Sorry,
I just...
No,
so,
take us...
Okay, I guess we can go there. So... So this guy, he's like, you can tell he's like the nerdy, like...
Yeah, I love it. He's an archaeologist, though.
You love that.
I was like, fight people.
And so, yeah, he's like trying to study these tablets that have that weird language on it, and he hears a creature saying, like, you know, don't turn around, Toby. I'm here. Don't turn around. Don't look. And of course he's like I want to, And then he's like, Danny, like, you're playing a trick on me. And it's like, no, like, don't turn around. Like, I'm here with you. Don't look. I'm about to touch you.
Don't. But I'm here. But don't. But I was like, do you want him to look around? Like,
yeah. Well, because he's playing with his mind. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And so when he does finally look around, no one's there.
Yeah.
And he looks back. And he sees himself in a little mirror.
Yeah.
And then all the stuff
transfers to his hands.
And then it's gone. And then it's on his face.
Yeah.
And then it's gone. And he, like, collapses.
So from that moment, I was like, oh, nah. He's possessed. He's done. Cause, like...
Did you?
Yeah.
You were like, oh, he's
a done deal. That's it.
Dang.
But then when we came back, I know with her. And then he was like, oh, I'm fine. I was like, oh, okay. But I don't know. So he was just... That's the whole time. He was just... with the devil.
Yeah.
Damn.
It kind of, like, reminds me a bit of, like, a lot of the Nashudi season, because this seems very mystical, you know? Like, it's very rare that these early Doctor Who's kind of stray away from technology and science and, you know, science fiction and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting to see an episode where it's, like, more so about religion and the power of symbols and things that can't really be explained, which I thought was really cool. So, like, clearly those runes have some sort of power to them, you know?
Yeah. A spell.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that you bring that up a little bit. This may seem like it has no connection, but if you know, you know.
Oh.
So the voice actor who provided the voice of the Beast that we hear talking is provided by Gabriel Wolfe, who also played Sutek the Destroyer in The Fourth Doctor and again later.
And later is the If You Know, You Know.
Yeah.
Gabriel what? Wolf?
Gabriel Wolfe. I don't know if...
I just want to see a picture of him.
Let me see. Oh, he looks like a nice old man.
You remember?
Uh-huh. Oh. That's what they look like. That's what the Beast looks like.
An old white guy.
Well,
well,
look at today's.
Okay.
Okay, so I just wanted to, throw that in there for a little fun fact.
No, I love a good fun fact.
So then we get to one of my favorite moments between Rose and the doctor.
And go ahead.
So they're sitting, and the doctor, he's like, we don't have the TARDIS. Something's up. Something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he's a little scared.
Right.
He's like, we have no way to get back. Like, I promised Jackie that I would keep you safe, that I would bring you home.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm breaking that promise. Like, I can't. Like, we're gonna, go back down with them, back down to Earth. He's like, I don't have any money. I'm going to have to get a job.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find some place to live. And Rose was like, oh, yeah, I mean, I guess I will too. I mean, we could, I don't know, like, live together. Like, we could have a mortgage together.
That was not in a romantic way.
Okay.
Do you agree? Fuck you.
I mean, it may not be romantic, but it's definitely love. Like, you can tell that they love each other, and, like, there's some sort of bond there, even if it's not romantic.
I know, I love that, though.
Yeah, but the way that the doctor looks at Rose when she suggests that, it's like, I feel like you can see there's sadness.
Why?
Well, because he knows that even if they do end up living together on Earth for the rest of their lives, he's going to watch her grow old and die way beyond the years that he will.
Because I was wondering, because I was like, well, in my head, I was like, yeah, we were just, we're together, or not together, but like, we'll do everything together. But then when they had that weird little, like, okay, anyway, so what should we do for, I was like, why do you have that moment? Because I feel like he'd be like, yeah, duh, me and you locked in. But you're right.
Yeah. Because there's always going to be that cloud over the doctor's head where, like we've talked about this before with Miss Smith.
Yes.
And and how, she is older now and he's this young man now. And like they'll grow old. But he never will. Like he'll live
told
forever.
Rose that he would be with her. You know,
he did say, you're different.
Just like, damn, no. Could I really do that?
Yeah. And like the doctor's never really settled down anywhere. He's always moving.
Like just die? Like does he have to regenerate or is that like part of his process?
So I don't know how to explain this without like super spoiling. So like in the Time Lord world, you get a limited amount of regenerations. Mm-hmm. And then after that, you're out of regenerations and that's when you would like die.
Does he know how many he has?
Yeah, they all have the same amount.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not going to tell you how many.
Yeah. And
then you learn...
Hey.
With Whittaker.
Don't give too much away.
I know.
Hey.
Well, I'm going to say this whole topic is a little hot because in Whittaker's season, they went totally off the rails. And in my opinion, I just don't like it. And I think a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
But like they kind of go against that whole thing. And there's a whole bunch of shit that we'll get into when we get way, like years from now when we're finally at Whittaker's episodes.
But for right now, he's a limited amount
of regenerations.
Can he like, man, I got 3 more, but I'm just gonna die this, like I won't regenerate. Or it's like, he
can choose not to regenerate and grow old. But I don't know if he can choose to like, even if he has regenerations, to like not regenerate and just die. I guess it's just like a
normal process. Like you can't just, you grow, you regenerate, you know.
I know that he can grow old though, because we'll see that in another season.
Yeah.
But if he were to die of, natural causes, does he regenerate anyway?
I know, like would it just be an automatic process?
Rather than him being like killed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They never really like, I think, explain that, at least in this generation of Doctor Who.
And I think also, just kind of going back to Rose and the Doctor's relationship, is I think part of the reason why the Doctor likes her so much is that even with the TARDIS gone, they're circling a black hole. Pretty much all hope is, out the window for the most part.
Yeah.
Neither of them, are sad or anything. There's no regret there. Rose still, it's like, I'm with him. It's okay.
Yeah.
And, the doctor obviously regrets, I made a promise to Jackie, won't be able to take you home. But, they're still there together, you know? And, their happiness doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rose is very much let's look
us
on the
against the world.
positive. Yeah, and look on the positive side of things. She's
like, I would die with you. I'll go with you. Hey, this is it. Hey, we got each other. We're good.
She's this beacon of hope for the Doctor, I think. And I think that Rose represents to the Doctor all things good.
Yeah.
Which I think is prevalent in this episode.
Yeah.
Rose is his angel.
His God.
His God. Which, I know that I talked about this in a previous episode, but I can't wait. There's the one episode with the 11th Doctor called The God Complex.
Ooh.
And it's so interesting. It's so interesting because it's what does the Doctor, what does the Doctor believe in? What's his faith?
Yeah.
And you touch on it a little bit in this two-parter. But, it's just, when we get to that, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I reference it, I feel so often.
I know, and I can't wait to really be there with you.
I know.
But going back to this episode, we have...
keeping us on track.
Thank you.
While Rose is grabbing food and stuff, protein number 3 or whatever, their weird stuff they have. One of the Oods that's giving her food said, the beast and his armies shall rise from the pit and make war against God. And they're like, oops, sorry.
They have the little ball thing. They go, oh, excuse me. Would you like?
And Rose is just weird. Whatever.
Yeah. Also, again, I really like how we're learning more about the aliens. I feel in each episode, we're delving a little bit further than just oh, you're an alien. I feel in the past this, Rose is even oh, thank you. Wait, are you a sir or lady? I used to be a lunch lady. Oh, I don't even know your gender. Do you have gender? And it's just, I feel really interesting. Not that we get any answers.
Yeah.
But I think Rose is now learning I can actually I want to learn about these people, you know, these aliens and rather than just take
it at face value.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think as we go along, you get more of that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we also have one of the computers. I think someone's trying to get through a door, and the computer says he is awake.
Right.
Yeah.
So we keep getting these signals. The computers are getting interrupted. The telepathy between the Ood is all kind of getting corrupted. And I remember at some point they're looking at the computers, and the Ood's numbers are crazy. They're yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Because they're everything's being so messed with by Satan.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we also have the door or the ceiling that opens up so they can see the black hole.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have the Pelushi system gets destroyed. And they said there's a civilization there that spanned 1 billion years.
Yeah, and the Doctor is the one kind of
given a history of it.
Yeah, and they're how do you know that? He's oh, well.
So they just watch the
there.
death of some
That's so crazy.
ancient solar system
Yeah.
with a huge history.
Yeah.
I know. I was oh my God. Mm-hmm. That's going to happen to us someday.
Yeah, it's probably sooner than we
really will.
Oh, and then also Rose's phone is out of range.
For the
It's the first
first
time
time.
it's
Yeah.
never worked. Except the phone then says he is awake again. Oh yeah, and the Ood screaming in their heads was basic 30 or something.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be what, basic 7 or basic 5 or something?
4.
Yeah, is their normal. And then all the Ood look and said, and you will worship him.
Yeah.
So how do you get awakened? When they finished drilling and that opened it up? Was that?
Well, the computer says he bathes in the black sun. So I think all this death and destruction is giving him more power, making him more powerful. I was thinking that could be that or drilling maybe that's making, the black hole stronger for him because there's
like it's easier.
they're drilling to him. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I think it was just like a matter of time.
Yeah.
Because even, you learn when the doctor goes down there, there's like the murals on the wall. Like there's obviously a contingency plan if like he were
does get out.
Yeah. Right. So they were expecting him at some point to possibly escape.
Yeah.
and then Scooty finds Toby outside.
Yeah.
With no suit on.
That was crazy.
And he turns around, he has all those runes on his face and his eyes are red. And then another, I think he starts destroying the glass.
Yeah. So he's like trying to wave her out. He's like, come here. And she's like, no, you can't. That was good. Right? That was good. and so, yeah. And then the glass starts breaking.
Yeah.
And and she's like, open door 40, open door 40. And the base is, we essentially can kind of assume that it's being taken over by the base. That maybe it's like AI technology because it's like,
that frequency.
Yeah.
Frequency.
He can.
Yeah.
So the door's not opening, and then she gets whooshed outside. And so, again, with that breach, all the alarms go off. Everybody else in the base is like, oh, let's get to a safe point. Everyone get together. And, they're checking in with the captain. And they're like, where's Scooty? She's not answering. Oh, she's in habitation 8 or whatever it was. And they're...
Hab 3.
Yeah, and they go and they're like, I don't see her. Like, it says her thing's right there. She's right there. Oh. And the doctor... Yeah, there she is. And while we were watching, Brady asked, he was like, the way that she is, like her hair is all floating around.
The same thing.
Yeah, and so Brady was like, I wonder if they filmed that in an underwater tank, like underwater. And they did. Confirmed.
Hey!
Yeah.
Also, how fast does, like y'all just know, but
we are the experts.
You're the experts here. How fast does a black hole pull in things? Because I feel like she's just kind of drifting, but like...
So I think right now she's still possibly in the gravitational pull of the planet.
All right.
Like in that funnel.
What?
And so once she gets out of the funnel, she'll probably be,
Okay. I was wondering, I was like, she's like right there at the hole, but got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that black hole is like an immense distance away, like a crazy amount. I think it's just huge.
Yeah.
Because like we saw it absorb an entire solar system.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like it's crazy far away.
Right.
It's
but
just
wait for
huge.
To pull towards it. She was kind of drifting.
Yeah. I think that's because of the funnel.
Got you.
And at the same point, the drilling stops. They've reached point 0.
Which is the middle of the planet.
Yeah.
And then the doctor volunteers himself to be on the expeditionary force.
Of course.
Of course.
I'd go too.
Would you?
I would. That's interesting as fuck.
Dang.
Would you? No.
I feel like I'd be like, no, we need to get off this fucking planet.
But like, dang, aren't you curious?
Yeah.
I'll learn once you guys get back to it.
Like,
I'll read it in the paper.
the minute I hear 666, I'm like, and the beast is awakened and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah. But to me, I'm like,
Let's not touch that shit.
we're probably gonna die. Might as well go out
Might as well.
learning something new.
I guess. I guess
Such a
it's
doctor
like-
thing.
And then we get the iconic orange spacesuit, which does pop up in Doctor Who many times after.
Okay.
With this iconic
Yeah.
orange spacesuit.
Yeah.
I love it. It's one of my favorite Doctor Who things. Because it just they never talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just, sometimes he's just wearing it and it's always orange. And it's just so, it's just a fun thing. I don't know.
Is this the first time we've seen it?
I think so, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love Rose and the Doctor's little, again, interaction here. And
Rose kisses his helmet.
That was so cute.
which is an iconic scene. Everyone uses it in all the, fan edits and everything.
We were watching it, Kelsey's like, I have to show you edits.
If you know me, you know I love my fan edits.
Thank you.
I think Brady knows this. I don't know if you know this. No, I think you know this. Sometimes when I want to cry, I'll look up really sad fan edits. Yeah, you know that. Yeah. And so then I'll just like be sitting in bed like snuggled up. It'd be like super late at night and I'm just like crying because I'm watching these sad edits. The one that always gets me, because I usually do like multi-fandom.
Yeah.
The one that always gets me is Teen Wolf.
Really?
Yeah.
I listened to the first season.
It's good. It's like, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a good watch.
No, I'd be seeing clips. I'm like, that looks good.
Although Kelcie and I did stop at some point.
Yeah, because it kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started doing weird things I heard, and I was like,
But if you know the saddest death,
Styles.
not my boy Styles. No, they would never touch a little hair on his head.
My bad.
They put him through the ringer?
I know. That's all I was saying. Oh, damn. Did they kill him too? Because, like, damn.
No. I would actually boycott.
Oh, okay.
No, but they kill someone else.
The red
very
lady?
important. No, I will not tell you.
The main guy?
I will not tell you.
I don't know.
It's neither of those people. But that one always gets me. Oh, it always gets me.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. But there's so many sad Doctor Who edits. There's
Ew.
so many. Because the Doctor is depressed as fuck.
Oh, wait. This is in part 2.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, and I was like, wait. I got to wait till we're in the second episode. Okay. Sorry.
So, yeah. So the Doctor and Ida, they go into like the little elevator.
Yeah.
Which like, how'd they get that there?
Right. Because weren't you just drilling?
Yeah, y'all just drilling and then you just have an elevator?
Could be built into the drill.
Well, no, because they see the drill.
Oh, did it pull back up?
No, like when they go down there, they see the drill with like just there. It's like a big old drill.
And you know what? You just gotta.
But, you know, with Doctor Who,
you
just
gotta move
gotta
on from that.
ignore and let things go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rose is on comms.
The whole
And then,
time.
Get us to calm.
and then she's like, no chance.
Yeah. That's all that.
Because she's gonna be sticking
Can you
with the
breathe?
Doctor.
Breathing's really good. How you guys doing? Good? You alright? Aww.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's
cute,
cute.
though.
Yeah. They finally get down to that bottom cavern and they find that there's like all the stone is carved. Like beautifully.
So,
You found your civilization.
yep. What did you think of the, like, CGI? Because, I mean, it's obviously CGI. What did you think of it?
I thought it was really good in this episode.
Yeah.
Especially when we get to part 2. I was like, okay.
Really?
Good.
Okay.
No, I liked it.
What did you think, Brady, as our film expert?
Repeat the question. I'm so sorry. I'm just
What-
reading my notes.
Yeah, what did you think of the CGI? Of, like, once they get under there and they're seeing the carved stone and the civilization buildings and stuff. What did you think?
Really good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's all really good. Like, I think part of what helps that is that, you know, cameras back then didn't have a lot of dynamic range. And that episode especially, I noticed it, is like pretty low resolution. I think it's 1080p. They're using really early digital cameras.
I love the grain, though.
The grain does add something to it, though.
When you switch to Matt Smith, you can see the difference, like in the way that it looks.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad until way later. I feel like, because you know, camera technology gets better, but like I just feel like it's too crisp and clean later. Like it was okay with
I
Smith.
totally agree.
It was okay with Smith. I could get it wasn't bad.
But I think the those early digital cameras really, like, already even just like the normal scenes feel a bit separated from reality because that's not how your eyes would see it.
Yeah.
So I think the CGI being baked into that too kind of helps blend everything
smooth it.
in.
Yeah.
Whereas I think CGI nowadays is so hard because everything is so real, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But for this,
Yeah,
no,
for
it was
this,
really good.
good.
Really good. I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always just like interested to know because, you know, I mean, like some of it's a little silly.
Yeah.
But like again, it's 2006.
Yeah.
But
Like for 2006, yeah, no.
yeah. Okay.
Thumbs up.
Cool.
And then I think the Oods start kind of freaking out a bit. And then the head of security has a gun that only impacts organic beings. Just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, it won't break the hole. I think that was just like don't worry about it. We have guns.
Yeah. Because I was like, how does that actually...
And then we're at like the end of the episode. So things just are like bouncing back and forth between them. The doctor finds...
No, we do.
Go on.
Doctor finds a trap door with all those runes on it again.
Go on.
And then back up top, Toby, his ink comes back, all of his runes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then he said, I think it was the head of security.
Yeah.
Mr. Jefferson, did your wife ever forgive you?
Yeah.
It was getting personal.
Do we ever learn for what?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Damn.
No.
But then the ink transfers to the ood or something like those
goes
runes.
out.
Yeah.
It's the red eyes.
Yeah. And all
get
the
red
ood
eyes?
have red eyes.
They get red eyes, which is interesting. If you know, you know.
Oh.
Red eyes and ood.
And then the ood starts saying, "We are the Legion of the Beast. The Legion, I can't read my handwriting.
No, you're good.
I love that you wrote this down, though.
Since the dawn of time, some may call him Satan." And then the trapdoor opens on its own. And then they say, "The pit is open and I am free." And that was the end of that episode.
Yeah, so it's interesting because this beast...
Yeah.
Is it in this episode he says more than just like Satan? He says all the other different names for it as well.
I can't remember, but I think so.
Either this or it's like the very beginning of the next episode. He does say, he's like, you may know me as Satan. You may know me as, you know,
whatever.
Yeah, all these different religions that they're beast or the evil or the bad. So he's like, I'm all of them.
So,
Which is also interesting because Sutek, the Destroyer, has also been referred to as Satan and the Destroyer.
that's the voice of the guy who plays.
The same voice actor. So that's interesting. But
like, do you think he's actually okay? I know we'll like really get into it later, but like, do you think he actually is all those, or just like in life people know like, oh, there's a good and evil. So he's just like, yeah, I'm like, is he really that?
exactly. That's the
Or
question.
is he just like, yeah, all the evil, that's me. Like, I'm the origin of that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the case. I think that he was the blueprint for the evil that is described in all of the religions all throughout the universe. He is the original, the ultimate bad.
Yeah.
So would you say that he is an equivalent to a godlike figure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
Definitely. He's from before time.
is he the reason there is evil? Or is it just like, I am, like, he brought evil. So now when there's evil, it's like, yeah, I you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would, in my opinion, I mean, I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer because we don't get an answer.
No, there's a right and wrong answer.
But for me, I don't think that he, like, is the reason.
Yeah.
Because, you know, after he's, like, at the end of the last episode, gets pulled into the black hole, he's gone, you know, so an evil doesn't just disappear.
Yeah.
So I think that he's just, like, not representation, but, like a physical manifestation of evil. But I think evil was already a thing.
Yeah.
It just...
So
now
even if he wasn't there.
I think that would be evil.
For sure.
But I think if he never existed, there wouldn't be.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that he is the origin of evil from before time, and that evil exists because part of him, his influence is everywhere.
Okay.
So even after he's gone, though, his influence is still
I
there?
think so.
Okay.
They're always
so.
going to be evil because like he's the one that like polluted the water type thing.
Right. Okay.
I don't think that he can die. I think that perhaps now he's just imprisoned once more and his influence is still everywhere. And because there's evil. I don't know, though.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's like, I think the point of the episodes is very much to be like, you know, is Satan real? You know, how is evil, you know, brought into the world? And like influence and the whole idea of it being an idea. Because that's why, you know, we're kind of getting into the second episode here, but like that's how he can go into the mind because the physical body's still there, but evil is an idea. And that's why it can be transferred through the mind, you know? But what would you rate this first part?
1 through 10, part 1. I'm going to give it a good 7.
Okay.
It was good. It was just a little foundation.
right for part 2.
For the part 2.
Brady, what would you rate it?
9.
9.
Yeah, ate it up.
I really like slow emotional stories in general.
Yeah.
Like that's I don't tend to like. Well, I love action too, but like
Yeah, like you need the build up for it.
yeah, I love all the emotional like human to human connections and things like that.
Yeah.
It seems like in all these 2-parters, the first part is always
Like
the more calm
foundation.
part.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's like I love that. I love meeting the Ood, discovering them, figuring out what issues they're trying to face.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the things that I love about Doctor Who is like so many questions come up. What are they dealing with? What are the relationships that we're struggling with?
Yeah. What do you rate it?
I'd probably give it an 8.
Ooh, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it is really good.
Yeah.
I agree with Brady. I think that, the relationship between Rose and the Doctor, the whole thing where it's like, yeah, like we're stuck. Like this is like,
This could be the end of the line.
yeah, this is the end of the line. How are we going to react? And we're going to be in this together.
Yeah.
And just like them being separated at the end, but like Rose is still, she's holding on as much as she can, and she's trying to think like the Doctor, and the Doctor, and I could be mixing up again the very end of this and the beginning of the next episode, but like I think when the thing opens, he's like, I'm not going to go in. Like, that's what they want.
Yeah.
Like that human thing, but I'm going to go back up. And I think part of that is because of Rose. He needs to get back to Rose. He can't go in yet because, one, he doesn't know what's down there.
Doesn't he say, and this, I think this is in the second episode, doesn't he say, like, I can't go in because, like, Rose is up there? Or something? Like, I'm not, is that in this? Did he say that?
Not in the reference of jumping into the hole. No.
Or, like, I'm not stuck because Rose is up there.
That's in the second episode. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
So, episode 9 was The Satan Pit. And it was, again, directed by James Strong, written by Matt Jones, and it was, it premiered June 10th, 2006. So, Ida and the Doctor investigate the door, and Rose and the other members of the crew witness the Force leaving Toby's body and assume that he is no longer possessed. The Doctor descends into the dark pit, and the beast speaks to him, revealing he is the epitome of evil of several religions and has been sealed inside the planet but is seeking to escape. So, like kind of what we were talking about. The Doctor runs out of rope and believes he can survive the drop and falls, the news of which distresses Rose. Most of the crew and Rose escape from the Ood and board and launch an escape rocket. The Doctor survives the crash and finds the physical form of the beast. The Doctor realizes his consciousness has managed to escape. Having faith in Rose, the Doctor triggers a sequence for the beast and the planet to fall into the black hole. But as the beast's consciousness is inside Toby, the rocket begins to pull toward the black hole. Rose realizes this and releases Toby from the rocket, and the Doctor finds the TARDIS in the pit and uses it to rescue Rose.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
so this one is like, again, starting right back up the end of the last one. Ida and the Doctor are down below. The hole has now opened. They are still in communication with the people above. The comms are still working. And they're explaining what's happening. Like, yeah, the hole just opened. We don't know. Should we go in? Doctor, I think this is where the Doctor says, no, let's not. Let's go back.
Because it's like the temptation.
Yep, the temptation.
He says, "For once in my life, Officer Scott, I'm going to say retreat. Now I know I'm getting old."
Because at this point, I mean, when Rose first met the Doctor, he was 900 years old.
Yeah.
So, we don't know exactly quite how old he is right now.
It's an old man. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is interesting because this is where you know, Ida, she turns off the comm to talk to the doctor because, you know, they're like, come on back. And she's like, well, what would you do?
She wants to go down.
She wants to go down.
Yeah.
And that's where they have that conversation. The doctor's like, yeah, no, we're not.
Because, like, he wants us. I'm feeling the temptation, but it's him calling me, trying to bring me down. You know?
Yeah.
So he's like, nah.
Yeah.
Maybe we open the prison, but not the cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe they want them to go down and free him or
Yeah.
something.
And so they turn the comms back on. They're like, nope, we're coming up. We're coming back. And of course, you know, they get in the elevator. Like, things are going down. The beast starts talking to them.
Yeah.
And that's when, you know, he starts trying to, like, fuck shit up and get inside their brains.
Everybody. Is that the was
Yeah.
was in?
And he tells Rose
Yup.
that you are going to die in battle.
Yup.
Going to die in battle. And Rose is like, doctor, what does he mean? What does that mean? What? What do you think that means?
That means you're a bitch.
Me personally, I did decide Rose's fate. Do you think that she will die in battle?
Yes, she is. He's literally reading them. He's like, he's reading off your fears. No, because yes, but like, you're literally telling the truth though. Your wife never forgave you. Maybe that's a lie, maybe that's not true, but like, he literally knows the situation. You're scared of your family, I don't know, whatever. He's like literally reading them,
Okay.
telling Rose, no, he knew. He knew.
But is that just because it's her worst fear?
I don't know.
Do you think like it's actually going to happen?
Because like, is that her worst fear? You know? So I feel like it'd be like losing the doctor or like being separated and trapped forever from the doctor. You know, like...
Because it doesn't seem like her fear is death. She's not scared now.
Yeah.
Right.
She's gone up against death many times. She's not scared. She's not afraid.
She's always like, hell yeah, let's keep going.
Exactly.
But why do you think it scares her so much then? For her to hear this beast, Satan,
Because
telling
he's
her.
reading everybody, saying the truth, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna die.
But if she's not scared of dying, why is this causing her so much anxiety?
Because the devil is telling her that, and it's scary. I don't know, Kelcie. I just want to know that you're a bitch because I said Rose can't die, and boom.
Well, we don't know if it's telling
She's
the
gonna
truth
die.
or not. Yeah, okay, so now hearing this, and, you know, what do you think is going to happen to Rose? When do you think it's going to happen?
She's gonna die at the end of the season. How many episodes do we have left?
We have 4 more.
Oh my god! Do you remember what happens to her?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's unforgettable.
You do not forget.
It is
the end of
unforgettable.
Rose.
You want to start crying right now? That's what you want? So she's gonna die.
In a battle.
In a battle. But to me, like I said, she's gonna sacrifice herself.
Yeah.
But she's dead.
For the doctor? Or
Yeah.
for someone else?
Either for the doctor or for like whatever shit's going down. Because she's like, for the people.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, I'll take it for the team. Goodbye,
Which,
doctor.
in this episode, the head of security tries to kill Toby, and she says, you'll have to kill me.
She's not afraid of death. Exactly. I mean, I know she's probably like,
She's
"You're
willing
not
to
gonna
put
shoot me."
her
Exactly.
in the line of danger
Exactly.
for others.
Exactly.
Even if they're evil, or shown that they were evil.
I just want to know, you're a bitch, bro. I can't believe
No, like-
you didn't prepare me for this.
No,
Now
it's
we have
gonna be
4
like-
episodes, and he just said, hey, by the way, you're gonna die. You're dying at the end of this.
She's just going to go, hey, it's Rose Tyler, and this is the day that I die.
Literally. Why are you laughing? You're, oh my God.
Because if you know, you know.
And back to the episode.
No, it's just like, this is going to be my favorite thing as we watch this, just asking you what you think is going to happen to each companion. Because each companion, them leaving the show, is always different.
And devastating.
And always devastating in all the different ways. We've talked about this before, but I'm like,
I know.
I don't know how they've thought of so many different ways to like have companions leave. And it's always sad. Except for there's a couple that aren't.
We don't give a fuck.
Finally.
Fucking Clara.
No, this one's gonna get me.
Rose is the best companion.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is she your favorite?
No.
Who's your favorite?
Donnie?
Amy and Rory.
Oh, yeah. Amy and Rory.
I love them as companions.
Who's your least favorite companion?
I don't hate Clara as much as you, but I felt like Martha was kind of plain.
Everyone hates Martha.
I did like her a lot.
Is that the
It's just
redhead?
that I wish they gave her more. I wish they gave her more.
Yeah,
You know?
we'll get to her soon. They did her dirty.
Damn.
Yeah, like
She's
Martha,
still a good companion. It's still great
the
episodes.
character of Martha is amazing, brilliant. Love her. Chef's kiss.
Okay.
But the way that they put her into the show, like the whole relationship with characters and stuff, just made her story suck.
Oh.
And it's so disappointing. They used her.
For a plot point or for something?
Yeah.
Oh.
And like that's the point of her character, which sucks because that's like the point of her and like her like she's like, I know that like the character itself is like, I know that this is why I'm here. And that sucks.
Yeah.
So fuck you guys.
Dang.
Yeah. But like she's still like strong as fuck. And we like her.
I suck too.
But we don't love her.
We don't love her because of me.
Yeah. But it's not her.
It's not her.
It's
Got you.
It's like Jodie Whittaker. Love Jodie Whittaker. Love her doctor.
Yeah.
Hate what they did with her.
Okay.
And like the storylines. Just
She's had one season?
like I think she had more than one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Back to this episode.
Yeah, back
Kelcie.
The Ood is attacking.
The Ood is
as
attacking.
well.
And they got the red eyes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And so they're like trying to start to retreat and stuff. Todd says that it was the devil.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down here that while we were watching this, Kelcie said that Todd was a little bitch.
No, Toby.
Toby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toby. The one that was possessed.
Yeah.
Because I know that he's still possessed.
Yeah.
And he's a little bitch for fucking faking it. That he's not
crazy.
possessed.
Especially like when they're like running around, he's like,
Yeah. Like, no, you're a little bitch, Toby.
no,
Not
fuck
that he's
Toby.
really Toby anymore, but
But like, damn. Yeah.
really I'm saying Satan's a little bitch.
Period.
And also something else that we learn is the head captain is on the radio or something. I can't remember if he's just saying a message or something, but he does reveal that they're representing the Torchwood Archive. So we figure out what organization they're all a part of.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Do you know what the Torchwood is yet?
It's like, I think
there's
we
a
know-
separate show that's Torchwood.
Yeah, but I think it's just like a separate, like a government something agency. I don't know. They do, you know.
They specialize in aliens.
Yeah, it's like
And
a Black
yeah.
Ops type of feel. in my
Yeah.
head. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something like that.
And we've learned in the past that Torchwood is not great.
Yeah.
Because they go against the values that the Doctor has. The Doctor has, let's try to save and
They're
let's
just
try
like,
to
go eliminate, get them out, or kill them. I don't know. something like that.
because we saw when the downfall of Prime Minister Harriet Jones, she used Torchwood to
shoot down the ship.
the aliens that were going and leaving. So, Doctor doesn't love Torchwood at this point.
Classic government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think they're talking to the devil or something. They said, "Which devil are you?" And the devil says, "All of them, the killer of his own kind." The devil says he was before time and matter. The Doctor says that's not possible. The devil responds, "Is that your religion?"
So we're getting a little bit ahead,
good.
but I want to go back a little bit here. So the comms go down, the elevator shaft where Ida and the Doctor were trying to go back up collapses. The comms go off because the Doctor is telling everybody, don't listen. It's trying to get your fears.
Turns the
It's-
power off.
Yeah. And so everybody's freaking out above, and Rose is like, don't you understand that, like, we have to do what the Doctor says? Like, that's why the Beast turned off the comms. Like, that, you know, because the Doctor was onto something.
Yeah.
You know, and so Rose is taking charge. She's like,
take an initiative.
yeah, she's like, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like she's like giving Doctor.
No, she literally was like, let me be the Doctor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna like let my fears, control me. You, what are you good at? Let's go ahead and like, and I love that.
Yeah, she gives everybody a job. She's like, we're going to get out of here. So, you know, she's telling the captain, like, okay, yeah, you press buttons. That's what the doctor was saying. So press buttons.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, I guess I could do this, this, and this. And then, they're like, okay, we can get the ood by going to their, section here and putting in this, bug or whatever to disrupt the telepathic fields. Like, okay, good, let's do that. Toby, what about you? Like, oh no, I can't. Okay, fine, Toby, get the. And he's like, wait, no, actually, I can do something.
I know a little bit.
Yeah.
It's in my mind.
Yeah. And so they're like, okay, that's when the oods start attacking. They're like, oh, where'd we go? Oh, okay, let's go into the air shafts.
Yeah.
And the captain is able to communicate with them still, like, okay,
I'll give you a pocket of air as you go through.
Yep, I'll have, each time I'll have to aerate the next section and then take the air out of the next, whatever. And so they're going through. It's kind of funny. They make jokes about Danny.
Yeah.
He, farts and he's like, Rose like, are you okay? Like, I'm not really happy right now.
Yeah.
And then she's like, the view, and the guy, Toby's like,
do that for me.
She's like, hey. So there's fun little jokes there.
Yeah.
Keeping it a little light.
Keeping it light.
Yeah, so they're going through the air shafts, and the ood come in. They're following them. They're like, oh, let's go faster. And I forget the name of the guy.
Security.
The security.
Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Jefferson.
Jeffy.
He's like, guys, go. I'll hold them off. And so, he's shooting at the ood. They get to the next section, and the captain's like, you gotta hurry, Jefferson. Like, I gotta close there. Hurry. And he just gets to the door right when it closes.
I thought he was already sacrificing himself because he was like, I'll hold him off. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
But then he tried to catch up, and I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was already kind of a done deal. But no, it was still.
But I think it was supposed to feel like that. Like, oh, he sacrificed himself. Wait, there's a chance for him to get, and then, oh, he didn't.
Could you die that quickly, taking the air out?
Yeah. Because the air is getting sucked out of his lungs as well. It's getting so it would be an instant death.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because I know you can suffocate when there's no air, obviously.
No, I think it's being pulled out. That was my understanding. I don't know, Brady.
that makes more sense.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I'd rather die, with no air than whatever there. And it was like, boom, immediate.
Yeah.
So I was like, how would that makes more sense though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we didn't touch on the whole way that the ood are killing people. They're using their telepathic balls, the way that they communicate, touching someone's head, and it's like electricity.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? Like, that being their weapon?
Because if it's supposed to just be sound waves to hear what we're saying, I guess that's the devil adding on electricity through that too. I don't know.
I will say it's not the devil giving them that power.
This is your weapon, but this is also what we talk with.
This is what we talk with. Yep, and they're using it as a weapon.
Yeah. I didn't know their lore. I didn't know their story.
And you're gonna find out more.
No, there's already layers. I'm like, no, because why are you no, we're just here to serve, da-da-da. No, it's your story. What was the point of your race? How did you become to be? And then that's all you do, 2, but then you have weapons. 3, but then you have to talk through that. I don't know.
I'm so excited for
but I was saying
you to learn more
so
about
far,
the
I think this is my favorite alien. Even though I thought they were pointless in this episode, I still like them. I was very interested. I want to see more of them.
The ood, I think, are top 5 for me.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And their storyline, I think, is just so interesting, and the depth of the ood is incredible.
Yeah, I'm glad that we learned more, because I was like, if this is all we see of them, there's nothing, and they died or whatever. And
right.
It's okay.
Which is what they did with the Slitheen.
Did we not see them again?
Robbed. No, right?
Yeah. But they were gonna in this episode, but then they said no.
I was watching all of it with Kelcie, and I was like, so upset because this Slitheen never comes back. I know that's their family name. That's not their actual race or whatever. But
Retaliatory. I didn't say that right.
Right.
Yeah.
I just call them the Slitheen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh.
Yeah.
Because their thing was interesting too.
Also, fun fact, the ood, the way that the mask is, the eyes are not where normal people's eyes are.
Yeah.
And so the actors who were playing the ood, they have tiny little pinpricks in the mask of the ood that they were looking out of. And so it was really difficult for them to see
Oh.
So while they were filming, like, imagine them, like, trying to use the balls to,
Having
like,
to be like exactly to your forehead.
yeah,
And just like,
you just smack it and then, sorry, my depth
bad.
perception's off. I can't see.
my fault.
But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Again, practical aliens.
I know, I do like that though.
I prefer the practical.
Yeah. Especially going into like better, camera quality.
Yeah.
Instead of using CGI, I'd rather have like a whole costume, you know?
Practicals hold up.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah. Spend your budget on that.
Especially when people are so like, they can make it look amazing.
And
Like,
even when they don't hold up, it's still just fun. Like there's something so engaging about seeing a practical on screen because you can tell. You can tell.
And what's really cool is, I mean, the fandom of Doctor Who is so immense, and the people in the fandom of Doctor Who are so creative and so incredibly talented, because you see at these conventions people dressing up as all the different types of aliens. You have people dressing up as Ood. You have people literally making Dalek robot things that they can sit into, because that's how the Daleks are. In the show, there's someone sitting in controlling the arms and stuff, and someone else like controlling the wheels and the head spin. And like, it's so cool. Like, you have people literally dressing as Cybermen because they can. Because they know it's been practically done.
Yeah.
And it actually looks like the ones in the show. But like, you have, no one's playing the what is it? The very first episode of the first season of Doctor Who, the molten lava thing. No one's dressing up as that because they can't. Right. It's CGI.
Right.
But like, you have people like,
and like, you can see that it's been done and it looks good.
Yeah.
Keep up with that.
And I
don't know.
And I just want to rewind a little bit, just kind of say some points that we kind of skipped over that I thought were kind of cool. So I do have the line written down, the prediction of Rose dying. It said, "The valiant child who will die in battle very soon."
Yeah, very
was the full sentence there. Then they saw
I think
an
that's why
image.
she was scared. Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. They saw an image of the devil on the computer screen for like a split second. It was like a classic, Satan-looking thing. And then before the comms go out, the doctor gives them all a pep talk. He's like, "It's amazing that you traveled here for discovery." Like, again, it's like he's always in awe of the human race and them putting themselves at risk just to discover new things. He says, "We have one advantage. We are with friends. He is here alone." Doctor and Ida have 60 minutes of air left.
Yeah.
So they're limited there. They're going to die, basically.
So that's why they're like, okay, well, might as well go down.
Yeah.
And they use the wire as like a way to get down into the pit. Doctor says he wants to go back up because Rose is there. But then Ida says she wants to go down. And then Doctor's like, "I can't let you. I have to." So he puts himself in the risk, just like Rose did up top. And also Rose ordering people around, just like how the Doctor did.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
In the Slovene episode, where he just like starts ordering people around. Like, they're so similar, Rose and the
flames.
Doctor. Truly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is one of my favorite things about the relationship between Rose and the Doctor. Because I think that Rose is turning less human in a way. And you do get Jackie later telling her this, which you'll see later, obviously. But
I think that's,
like, we're not the only ones noticing.
Yeah.
It's like her family, her friends, like, they're noticing that Rose is turning different. She's not who she was when we first saw her, season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
You know?
She's turning into a doctor.
And I think the Doctor is turning a little more human.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of her influence.
They're like blending.
Yeah.
And then we also figure out that the computer system can't see the Ood in the tunnels because it doesn't recognize them as a proper life form.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
That was crazy. But it also, how did he know that they were coming up on him?
They could hear, like, shuffling.
But like the captain, because he's like,
They were over the comm saying they're right there. They're behind us. They were like giving them updates.
Yeah.
okay, all right.
But yeah,
And then they open 9.2 and the Ood are waiting for them on the other side.
yeah.
So they have to like run back and stuff.
Sorry, I want to still talk about the Ood. Because again, the whole idea of the Ood and who they are to humans in the far future, I just think is so interesting. Like, they don't have names.
Right.
First of all, which we learn. And second of all, they aren't being like
It's a tool. It's just a thing.
Like even Rose, she's like, whose bright idea was that not to put the Ood as like, people or beings in the system? Like,
Which is crazy.
Like, these are creatures, if anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they have intelligence. They're speaking to you in your language, by the way, because who knows what language the Ood speaks at this point? We don't know.
Yep.
And they have
it just makes me want to learn more about like,
yeah.
how did y'all come to be where you're at now? Have you always been like this? Who created you? Were you already just like your own race or something? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and like they have a telepathic field.
Exactly.
They can talk to each other in their heads.
Yeah.
The only reason they have this communicator is to speak to you humans, which we learn about later. The whole communicator thing is crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that this was not the last of the Ood.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was glad that you're telling me that it wasn't, because I was like, you're putting us here. There's so much depth here, but also like they seem pointless in this situation. Just never see them again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to talk about Ida and the doctor down below. So while the doctor's going down, him and Ida are having this conversation.
Which I will say real quick, the CGI here or whatever was terrible.
Oh, he did.
The light on him the entire time. Perfectly bright and the dark.
Yeah, it's like dark all like
you just see him.
Anything.
No light change.
No, they just had like a little lantern.
No, and it just followed him exactly the same.
It was just like a few
like
inches above
hit
him.
of blackness.
Literally.
Yeah. The doctor just glows.
He just glows.
It's his highlighter.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But no, I love this conversation between the doctor and Ida because they're just trying to like nonchalant almost like talk. Like he's like, oh yeah, like tell me about, like I never asked what your faith was, you know, and she starts talking about, her parents and like her growing up and I love that they didn't put a religion that's like real. Like it was like a made up
Neo something or
neoclassical evangelist or I don't know what it was. But I really like that it
that was cool.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Like
that we're way in the future. Let's, things
change.
Just evolve.
And I love this whole conversation. We're getting into people. I feel like in these later episodes, it's like we now are learning to care about people. And, I don't know.
I love that tidbit, like the same neoclassical, whatever the thing was.
Yeah.
Like, dang, that's just a piece of like
history,
future. It's just like, this is our religion. Like, I don't know. Just bring those pieces in there.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's no more wire left.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, oh, like, who knows how far, the ground is. Like, I don't see anything, and I
didn't have anything to drop?
I guess not. But Ida's like, okay, well, let's bring you back up. Okay, like, there's, you know. And he stops it. He's like, no. Like, and while he's taking his thing, again, he's just calmly talking to her.
Yeah.
Kind of like distracting her again.
He's like, I don't want to die alone.
And the line that he says...
Yeah.
He goes, tell Rose. No. She already knows. She knows what? What? What did you think that he was going to say? Tell Rose.
There's layers in that. There's tell Rose I love you. Tell Rose I'm sorry. Tell Rose just you're amazing and just strong and you got this and you've changed and you're grown and you're everything to me and da da da. Yeah, everything. He's like, nah, he already knows that. I'm sure he knows that.
Does she? Do you think Rose knows this? That the doctor feels all these big feelings for her?
Yeah. I think before she had questions. Like, I don't know, we're still, but after they've been through, like, nah, I'm fighting for you, you're fighting for me. She's like, nah, I know we're locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brady, what did you think that he was going to say?
I think it was, I love you.
Yeah.
Tell her I love her.
I think that was it. Or maybe something more than that. I don't know. More important than a boyfriend. More important than love.
Yeah.
What do you think of their relationship at this point? Because I know you're very... At the beginning when it was 9 and her, you were like, no, I want this to be like... What did you say? Like apprentice and...
Yeah,
or like mentor
kind of
mentee.
feel, yeah.
And then you're like, okay, no, I see the friendship and like, okay, they kiss, like, I understand.
Like what that was supposed to be.
Yeah, but I still don't feel the romance. And now we have 10, who's more her age.
Yeah.
And, they're very much more giggly friendship.
Yeah.
Like, more lighthearted, I feel like, but you still have the emotional balance. What do you think?
Like, if we brought romance into this, it would cheapen it. Just because of, like, what they go through. So I definitely see them as more like, we're bonded. Like, we are twin flames. Like, we love each other. Like, we're life partners. Like, it's
like soulmate?
Like soulmates. But not in like a romance, like, oh, we're gonna kiss and do this and do that. But it's just like, my life, your life. Like, we're tied. Yeah.
Rose couldn't put it into words when she was talking to Mickey about
she said
it.
It was more.
Yeah, it was more important. And I think maybe this is why the doctor doesn't say anything, because words can't...
Exactly. Like, she knows, like...
Words can't do it justice.
Yeah. Our souls are tied.
Do you like it?
No, I love it.
Okay.
I'm just glad it didn't go... Like, I could see it going to romance, kind of. If, like, they end up settling down. Like, if it really came to that. Like, look at that. It better not go to that.
Yeah, you know what? I've been lying this whole time. The doctor and Rose actually like get married. They live like together, and
kids.
yeah, there's actually no other doctors after him. It's just like them, They
grow old.
They grow old.
This turns into a sitcom.
The doctor is now human.
Yeah.
With
He gives
her.
up.
Yeah, so he can like grow old with her, and just one heart, not two anymore.
Yeah.
So they can be together because she doesn't die.
Right.
Yeah. Not in battle.
No.
And there's no other doctor after her. All the ones I was saying, not even. It's actually not even him.
No, that was fan fiction.
That was fan fiction.
It's deeper.
Yeah.
No romance ever.
But you could see a
But
seedling.
I could see a seedling where it's like, I don't know where those lines cross. Like, we're romantic, but not romantic. But like,
like if it was the doctor, but not the doctor. Yeah.
Like if he was more normal.
Yeah. Like if he was human.
Yeah.
You could see them being together. But because the doctor is this like force of nature.
Like, no, this is more than that.
Yeah.
Especially with what we're doing, where we're going.
Exactly. He's got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Because like I know that you're not big on romance and that, but I'm always curious to hear like what you think of
like,
their
some
relationship.
romance is cool.
Sure. Yeah.
But for them, especially, so I'm saying like, even if it did, it would cheapen it for me.
Yeah.
Totally. It's like way deeper.
Going off of their relationship, I do have some quotes written down as the doctor is talking to Ida as he's taken off.
Yeah.
So Doctor hypothesizes that the images of Satan originate from here, as if it's emitting a sign. And he stops and says, I could survive 30 feet. Like, he calls it inactive faith, which is interesting because this is also religious and it's not about science or anything. It's about faith and trusting people and things like that. And he says, I believe I haven't seen everything. It's funny the things we make up before the universe doesn't fit my rule. That's why I keep traveling, to be proved wrong.
Yeah, because at this point, like, why do you think the doctor travels? Because we know his people are gone.
That's why I still stick with my initial thing.
Also, we do get a line from the Beast to the Doctor that is extremely important here.
I heard that too. I had to go back and I was like,
Do you have the direct quote? Do you know what I'm talking about?
like, killer of his own kind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, I said that before. The killer of his own kind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that was in reference to the Doctor, though.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
I know. Because, like, he's reading everybody.
Yeah.
Killer of his own kind.
We know he's the last of the Time Lords.
Right.
We know that there was a battle between the Time Lords and the Daleks.
Yeah.
The Daleks were supposed to be also all gone.
Yeah.
We know that at least one, we know more than one survived.
The only thing I'm thinking is, like, I think he had that same dilemma when we saw them again. It was like, to kill you, we'd have to kill everybody. Mm-hmm. So, like, did that happen before? And he was like,
I gotta sacrifice.
I got to, because if they go on, they're going to kill everybody.
Right.
So, like, was he the killer of his own kind and did that to try to eliminate the problem?
Genocide? He committed genocide, is what they're saying. But 2 genocides, really, because he thought that, the Daleks were all dead too. So do you think the Doctor committed 2 genocides?
For the greater good.
You do?
I think.
Okay.
At least that's what the devil's saying.
Right, like that's,
While he's reading it.
And
that might be how...
Can we trust the devil?
But, like, that's how the Doctor is seeing it. Like, dang.
Like, I killed
my people.
But maybe it wasn't, like, so direct. Maybe it was, like, indirect, but he's taking...
But he's like, oh, yeah, and the killer of your own kind,
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. But I was like...
Yeah.
Did anybody hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just, like...
That was good. I know.
Yeah.
So at this point, everybody thinks the Doctor's dead.
Yep, because he goes down.
He's falling.
Yeah. Because the comms come back on.
Yeah.
And Ida,
literally 2 seconds after he...
Right? Because Rose was like, Doctor. And Ida's like, yeah, he went down the hole. Like, he said, he mentioned your name. And the captain is talking with Ida as well, and he's like, I'm sorry, like, there's
gotta
nothing...
do the last initiative where we just...
Yeah, like, there's nothing we can do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's like, don't talk. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then Rose says, I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay. Just like he'd wait for me.
Their relationship, they really just be like this.
Yes. Like, do you think he really would have waited?
100%.
Do you think? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I feel like with any other companion, which I haven't seen, but like I feel like
you think he would leave him?
Depending, I feel like he would. Like he obviously would like try, but at the end of the day, maybe.
Do you think he would leave Mickey?
He would be like, Mickey, he gonna be dead already. So
I mean, he
probably would have forgot about him.
Kind of did.
Ricky, who?
Yeah. But he kind of did leave Mickey already.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I mean, can't go back. Like, yeah, it's your choice, I guess.
Yeah. But Rose, no, he's like, all right.
Do you think he'd always try to, like no matter the circumstances? Like,
Try to save her?
Yeah. Do you think that he would always try to get to her and, save her and wait for her?
And if not, he'd be like, we're dying together.
Yeah, you think, he would. So, if you think that she's going to die in battle soon, do you think that he's going to kill himself and regenerate? Do you think he's going to,
No, he's going to have to move on. Like, it won't be like I'm going to die with you. Because he can't. Okay. I don't know, whatever the situation is, like, it's not, oh, a bomb's coming. I'll stay with you until we die, you know?
Sure.
Or, like, something about her. Like, dang, I'm dying. Please just be like, damn, I can't save you.
And you think he just goes on?
You have to.
Dang.
I don't want to hear it.
Then they forced her to come with.
Right, they knock her out. And, put her on the jet, the spaceship, rocket.
Turns out she was right. Doctor's alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Air cushion supported his fall. It was a bit more than 30 feet, but he survived.
What do you mean about air cushion? Because that kind of pissed me off.
I think it's like a current of air cushioned his fall or something.
And there's oxygen down there too, because he doesn't need his helmet.
But then also, his helmet smashes. No cuts, no nothing, no broken nose, no hurt body.
You know, he's a Time Lord. He's got 2 hearts.
Thick skin.
My suspension of disbelief is so higher than a broken helmet right now.
But here is where we see the physical manifestation of the beast.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Before you said, I can breathe, there's oxygen. Mm-hmm. They said, like, oh, they put that in place because they know that we would come, like, whoever built this prison made it so we can breathe. How do they know? Because not every alien, whatever, is going to breathe air. So, like, finding the devil, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're going into way deep science. Every
Could be that
alien...
whoever prisoned them also breathed air, so they thought one of their own people would be coming down, maybe.
Sure, yeah. Let's go with that.
So humans are angels.
So, you know, most aliens that we meet seem to breathe the same air that the doctor and
also really
humans do. Yeah. You know what? That's just...
But, like, my bad.
Yeah. But I did want to talk about this manifestation of the beast and how they got the design. So Russell T. Davies said that in order to inspire the design of the beast, he sent the visual designers at the mill images of paintings by Simon Bisley, a comic artist known for muscular grotesqueries.
Okay, nasty.
Yeah. And so I'm assuming that meant that, you know, they really wanted to be like muscle. Yeah. Like kind of nasty looking.
Yeah. No, it was nasty looking.
Yeah. What did you think of the design of Satan, the beast?
He was huge as fuck.
Right.
But, like, from their little drawings, which is like, bro, it's so much to think about. But this is all happening before time, but not before time, because obviously they're there physically with matter. Mm-hmm. But then the drawings show them little. He's huge.
Right.
Who are they?
We don't really know.
Right. How did they get him in the first place? Yada, yada, yada. The whole thing right there.
Right.
But then they drew... It's just...
I mean, he was probably, you know, there before time is what he says.
Yeah.
But once time began, that's when I think the people, you know, became people, and that's when they trapped him. So it wasn't all before time, because he was probably there for, like, millions and millions of years manifesting evil and the idea of evil once people arose from tadpoles.
I need a thick ass book going through detail from the beginning of time.
You know, there probably is.
Good. I'm gonna look it up.
Like, literally, Doctor Who fans go hard.
As they should.
Like, I'm not even on the same level as many Doctor Who fans. Like,
oh yeah.
They go into the science.
No, give me the science, because, like, no, make this make sense right now. Yeah.
There's definitely better people out there to explain that. I am not one of those people, because I'm not big into science. I actually hate science. Fun fact. Which is funny because Doctor Who is very science. Yeah, I hate science. I actually also hate history, which is funny. They were like my two least favorite. Oh. But you know what? I love the Doctor. Yeah. And the Doctor really like brought that out. Yeah. You know?
Okay. Anyways.
So with comms back up, Rose realizes the Doctor is still alive. She grabs, I think, like a bolt gun or something and threatens to shoot the pilot. Which, of course, she doesn't do.
But she doesn't know that the Doctor's still alive yet.
I think she does. She says to turn the ship back. I think they hear him.
No, not at the...
Why does she say to turn the ship back then?
Because she wants to get back to the Doctor whether he's alive or dead.
Oh.
And so, but then they're like, convince her. And that's why she puts the gun down. But then later, yes, we'll hear the Doctor.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then those vases start lighting up. Way down
with the Doctor.
Below. Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of explaining everything out loud. Yeah. You know, he's trying to understand, you know, what's going on here. He's like, okay, you needed me alive to come down here. Because at first he doesn't realize that it was the the guards or whoever imprisoned him that saved him. He thought it was the Satan that saved him. Because he's like,
the air cushion?
Yeah.
Did they like literally go and like, ooh, save you? Or was it like already in place?
It was already in place. Okay. But he doesn't know that. You know, he's like, you wanted me down here alive. What, to free you? Like what, you know? And then he's like, sees the murals and he's like, wait, no, they had a contingency plan and, oh, the vases and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, so I just got smashed this because, okay, the gravity tunnel is keeping you, but I could like, you know, put you into the black hole and blah, blah, blah. And so he's about to smash the vase and he's like, But no, you're smarter than that. You know, you're intelligent because you did this on purpose. Because you made sure that Rose was still up there and she will be pulled into the black hole. And he's like, and you spoke. Like, we're speaking words, but you're not saying anything right now. And you're acting a little dumb.
Yeah.
Because you're the physical form, because it's an idea. And so you're not even here. No, oh my God, you're up there with Rose.
And you need her alive to get out.
To get
so
out.
that you can be free.
Yeah, and he's like, and you think, you know, that I won't sacrifice Rose. So Satan was looking into their brains, apparently, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, the doctor will let Rose go because he won't sacrifice her.
Yeah.
And this is where we get the iconic Doctor Who line.
Yeah.
Of the doctor. Yep. The doctor's like, but you know, you got one thing wrong. Because if I believe in one thing, just one thing, I believe in her. And then he smashes the vase.
Yeah.
And the creature's like, wah.
Okay, wait. Let's bring this back.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's there. Okay. He's like, obviously, okay. Gravity. All right. You're letting them go. Okay. Okay.
But he's still there.
He's still here.
Right.
Okay. Why are you letting them go if you're still here?
Exactly.
Okay. How does physical okay.
If you're gonna get into the science of it, I can't tell you.
No.
I don't know how his brain was able to get to his brain.
No. Okay. When the doctor's like, okay, but you're letting them go. Okay. Obviously, like, we need them to go because the brain's on there, yada yada. If he smashed the vase, what would that do?
It gets rid of the gravitational tunnel that's keeping them from being sucked into the black hole. It breaks that. So then they would get sucked in. So therefore Rose would not escape. Which we see once he breaks it, they're in the rocket and they're like, whoa, what's going on? Everything, you know, and they're getting sucked. And that's when Toby, all the words come back on him. He's got the red eyes. He's like, no, why would he do that? No, stop him.
He breathes fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would look terrible.
Right.
It would look terrible.
And that's when Rose realizes, oh shit, okay, he's Satan right now. And I gotta do something. And that's when she pulls out the gun with the bolt and shoots the window, unlocks his seatbelt. He gets pulled out, and then the
safety
thing comes and
I love how they air.
I know.
Close.
They would have died 100%. But maybe there's an air cushion.
There's like a thingy.
Yeah.
There's like a thingy for that.
And there's safety glass, and they're still being pulled into the black hole because the captain's like, well, okay, cool, you did that, but we're still gonna die. And Rose is like, well, at least we stopped him. Again, not being afraid of death.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that the doctor's alive still. The doctor's not spoken on the
They're
comms yet.
being pulled, right? Before she did this.
So after the doctor smashed. Before the doctor smashed, they were on their way out.
And then
Doctor smashes. And then they get...
When does she hit that thing? Before or after they start getting pulled in?
After. Because
they're already being pulled in.
Yeah, because then Toby reveals
But then why
himself.
does she do anything? Because they're going to be pulled into the black hole.
Just in case they can escape, I think she's like, okay, well, let me get him out.
Or maybe just to ensure that there's no way he can escape or use this ship or something or anything.
All right. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite part of the line that you quoted, that you said was your favorite, I like the first part a lot because it says, the doctor said, oh, if I kill you, I kill her. Except that implies that she's just a victim. So he knows that, like, she's capable.
Yeah.
You know, she trusts in her. They have each other, you know? So that's why he does it, because he trusts her to do the right thing or whatever. So I thought that was cool.
She's not just going to lay there and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does he do that knowing, like, she'll figure out how to keep herself alive? Or she's, she'll, you know what I'm saying? Like, or she might die. But, like...
I think he knows there's a possibility she might die, but I think that he knows that she'll do everything in her power to try to stay alive, but there is a chance.
Cool. Okay.
Act of faith.
Yeah.
Again.
But who's he placing the faith in? Rose.
Damn.
Oh, and then he finds his TARDIS.
Yeah. Yeah, he just stumbles back.
Whoa. Hey.
There you are. And that's the beginning of the sitcom.
Literally.
So the whole planet is being like...
So he physically and mentally, the devil, Satan,
Yeah.
is going to the black hole.
Yeah, and so is the planet.
That was the planet.
And so we find out the Doctor saves Ida.
Yeah.
Gets the rocket into
Little bing.
the gravitational pull of the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Takes him away. He's like... Then on the comms, he's like, hey,
Let's do a little swap.
yeah, you have Rose on there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, well, okay, well, I got a lady called Ida over here.
Yeah.
We can do a little trade, yep. And, I forgot what I was going to say.
Said gravity schmavity.
Yeah, I know.
That's a-
Black hole, nah, it's hard to different. Okay.
Yeah, gravity schmavity. Which is funny because there's a reference to the term gravity in the Shooties season. It's not really a spoiler, so I'm going to say it.
Oh, to that?
Not to that.
Oh, okay.
But they talk to Isaac Newton. Is he the one that discovered gravity? Yeah, Isaac Newton. And they're like, they say something and they're like, gravity. But he mishears them and he says, mavity. And then from then on, they call gravity mavity.
Throughout the entire
know.
rest of the show.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
And then it's funny that it's like gravity schmavity.
Gravity schmavity.
I kind of said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then they do their little switch, and Ida can't really remember much of the TARDIS or anything.
Yeah.
Which, she was
sense.
she was on oxygen deprivation. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. One of my favorite parts again of this. I mean, the whole episode.
Absolutely.
Favorite.
Yeah.
So they're all safely in their rocket, and they start.
I know. It's not
Yeah, giving the eulogy in a sense of who passed.
Yeah.
And they include Toby, and they start naming off all of the Ood, calling them Ood number 1 or whatever. Because again,
like what's honors, or whatever.
because the Ood don't have a name. They don't have individual names, which again is kind of maybe now these people.
That was definitely the first step of like giving them respect as living beings.
Exactly. And I just thought
love
that was, like very special.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it just shows how much I think Rose, because the Doctor didn't even say anything about the Ood, really.
Rose.
Like, this is Rose's influence now on people. Because we've seen the Doctor influence people so often, but I feel like this is, like, the biggest thing that Rose has influenced.
No, this is like her, this is her Doctor episode. She's the Doctor in this episode.
Yeah. I just, thought that was really cool.
And then she goes and dies. So
In battle.
Ugh!
What? If you think that that's how she dies, who do you think she's battling? Do you think the Daleks come back?
No, this isn't.
Like, because that's so far
What
as
kind of battle?
right.
I know.
Like, is it a physical? Like, are we taking battle literally? What would it not be if it wasn't literal? Like, what battle? Like,
I don't think, because last time we saw a whole, she and the TARDIS did that thing.
the bad wolf.
And that was very much like a whole war type thing was going on. It's going to be different. It's going to be like in the mind. This is going to be, I don't know, something. Like she's already gone. I don't know. I don't like it. Don't care.
yeah. So, what would you rate this episode?
A 9.
Yeah. What about you, Birdie?
9 as well.
9 out of 10?
Yeah. Yep.
You?
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a 9.75.
Ooh.
It's one of my favorites.
This is the first 9 I think I've given Doctor Who episode.
Really? Did you not give it to the season finale of...
No, because I was pissed off because the whole Babel thing was like silly to me.
Oh, that's sad.
But here's a 9 right here.
I'm going to tell you right now, the next 2 episodes I think you're going to hate both of them. And I think she's going to give them 5s or less. It's, Love and Monsters and Fear Her.
I don't remember what those are.
Love and Monsters is one that you really enjoy. A lot of people hate this episode. So it's episodes, 10 and 11? No, yeah. 10 and 11. So Love and Monsters, I actually like it. I think it's fun. Brady enjoys it. It's not very Doctor Who or Doctor focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brady and I really like this episode.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. I hope you'll enjoy it, but I kind of think you're going to be like, okay, that was a little silly, goofy, stupid, but I hope you kind of like it.
Okay.
Fear Her, I fucking hate. I'm going to give that episode a fucking 0. I hate Fear Her. And everybody, I think, in the whole Doctor Who community hate this episode. It's the stupidest fucking episode. If we could skip it, I would say let's fucking skip it, but it's right before, the last 2 episodes. I was like, we have to watch it. I fucking hate that episode. I hate that episode.
Is it the plot?
It's the plot, it's the characters, it's the acting, it's the whole episode. Sucks. Brady, you know what I'm talking about? Fear Her?
I don't remember it perfectly, but I'm looking at
it's the little
some
girl
pictures.
And she draws.
Yeah, I forgot about that episode.
Yeah, we all try to forget it. I try to forget it. I hate that episode. Comment below if you hate that episode.
You see, yeah.
Everyone hates it. Tell me if you guys hate Love and Monsters though, because like I said, I enjoy that one.
Or tell us next week when you actually watch it.
Well,
if you're like me and haven't seen it,
yeah.
What do you think?
But if you've seen it,
okay.
Okay. Do you have any last minute thoughts, Brady?
I love these 2-parters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the slow burn. I love all of the exposition because that makes that second part hit so much harder.
Yes.
Yeah.
And every episode of Doctor Who is pretty much fantastic, except for some exceptions, of course. But
No, just wait. You're gonna fucking hate this episode.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I love these. I love that it's so much of actual conflict and relationships. I love that it's both. It doesn't feel like one outweighs the other or overshadows the other. It's just as much about the relationships with each other as it is about the thing they're fighting.
And I like how they give characters, even the side characters, a story, for each of them.
Yeah.
It's your wife, and there's a whole thing there, and then, my neoclassical religion and her story, and giving them all specific, these are genuinely full, rounded characters, It's really good.
Feels lived in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing that people struggle with a lot in Dungeons and Dragons, if they're building their own worlds and stuff, is they don't flesh things out enough. But it's cool to see expert world building where everything is so well fleshed out.
Yeah.
I mean, even the fact that this was the first introduction of the Ood, it already seemed like such an established alien race.
Yeah.
That I had to look it up to see if the Ood had been on before. And no, this was literally the very first introduction to them.
Yeah.
But they already do feel so integrated into the society of Doctor Who.
There's so many questions.
Yeah.
It's also how, clearly the Ood, it's recurring and stuff.
Yeah.
But the Doctor doesn't recognize them because he's never met them. So it's just interesting how, humans have pushed them off to the side so much that they're not even worth mentioning or anything.
Yeah.
So that the Doctor, who flies everywhere, hasn't even heard of them yet.
Yeah.
Until he's somewhere where they're being used.
Moving forward, do we see any more episodes, questions, touches on the whole before time and things before time and matter? Do we get any more of that?
Not really. Not like that.
Very interested in that.
But another fun fact about this 2-parter was there was another unused idea for a creature that will be used later. And Brady, I don't know if you'll recognize the name, but it was the Toclophane, which is 10th Doctor. I think it's it's the next season. It's the finale. Martha. It's the, you know what I mean? The taclophane.
I can't remember.
Okay. If you know, like, the little balls, and then
They'll
open up at some point.
They were going to be used instead of the ood?
Yeah. Which makes sense because when you see them later, they are kind of like servants, the taclophane.
Yeah.
They're like little balls that like speak, like, they kind of sound like a little kid. And they're like little balls.
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
Do you? Okay. Also, I don't know if I should tell you this.
What?
Probably not then.
Okay. Hold on.
Thank you guys for having me on again.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to find if there's any more like
Do you
fun
want to be on
facts.
for the final?
Brady's going to be on from here on out.
Oh, here it is? Like, for all the crew?
I think so. If you guys have had me.
Yeah.
As long as like schedules align.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that.
I know. I think Brady adds so much to these.
Yeah.
I like taking notes.
He does.
And he's going to keep us on, like, you keep
Yeah.
us on track with, like, where we're at. He's going to keep us on the
No,
details.
but I love how Brady just like started taking over.
No, it was so good. I loved it.
it. Like, okay, take my job.
I loved it.
No, they're like, thank God, Kelcie, stop
She's just
talking.
yapping.
That bitch just yaps all day long. Let's hear Brady yap. This is the most Brady ever speaks.
Yeah, I know.
It's true.
No, thanks for coming on.
And for continuing to come on.
Yeah. So next week we'll be, like we kind of mentioned, we'll be watching episodes 10 and 11, which is Love and Monsters and Fear Her. Look,
Yeah.
we're probably going to like zoom through at least Fear Her, but I'm going to come in with some really fun facts for y'all.
Okay.
And we're going to be, we're going to make it fun.
We're going to be fun.
Because especially these are the 2 episodes before the season finale 2-parter.
That's one going to get me good.
So I feel like we gotta have some sort of
just
something,
light us up before
Yeah.
we just get into the nitty gritty.
especially because Fear Her, which is right before,
Yeah.
it's just not good for following up. But we're gonna make our episode. We're gonna make it good. We're
Yeah.
gonna make it fun.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna recreate the whole episode. You're gonna be Chloe Webber, and I'm gonna be Rose. And
She gives me the good one.
I get to be the good one. And Brady, you'll be the doctor.
Okay.
So all you have to do is do this.
I can do that.
If you know the episode.
All right.
So join us next week, Friday. If you get lost and you're like, wait, I don't know what episodes I'm supposed to be watching. I forgot what they said. They talk way too much. I missed it. Go to our Instagram at the.tbr.podcast, where we have a calendar every single month. We break it down for you exactly what we watched and what we're discussing. Doctor Who every Friday. We've got our book club.
Check in on that.
Every Wednesday, we tell you what to read. So if you like to read, join us there. Monday, we've got our normal episodes where we just yap about books and topics about books and all things
Be a little
books.
silly, goofy, and fun discussing, and check it out. Watch those.
Follow us on Instagram if you aren't already, and subscribe to our YouTube, or follow us on Spotify, Apple,
Wherever you
iHeartRadio.
watch your podcast.
And so that you never miss an episode, put on a little notification bell. Brady?
Last words.
Subscribe.